Candidates will speak in the order that they file. The candidate's address may not exceed 3 minutes. After each candidate has spoken, the chair shall designate 2 persons to serve as tellers to conduct the election. A person who will serve as a teller may not be a member of the caucus. Sheila and Tony will conduct the voting and read the votes and tally the votes. Statements from candidates. Sue, would you like to introduce yourself? Take a few moments, not to exceed 5, and introduce yourself, and then we'll have question and answer after Wiley introduces his thing.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Robertson and Mrs. Lawson and Mrs. Hall. I am here to let you know why I am very qualified to be the Clerk-Treasurer of Gosport, because I did start learning bookkeeping 25 years ago, doing accounting and payroll using spreadsheets and calculators, old school way. My husband did suddenly die, and we had a trucking company. I installed a computer system. I did the billing, payroll taxes, filed insurance claims, dispatch. I was accounts receivables, payables. I did all the books at the end of the fiscal year, and also had to go through tax audits. I then worked for Cummins Mid-States and was the own and carrier warranty administrator there. I was customer service representative, and I did payroll for 25 technicians. I did collect $100,000 worth of warranty for them. I've also been a dietary administrator at Autumn Glen Assisted Living Facility. I was manager of a steakhouse, installed a computer system there. Did payroll for 28 employees and did handle payroll and taxes. Worked for UPS when I was in Texas and learned their computer system. I've been visiting friends in Gosport for 8 years, and we decided to make this our home. I've had to accept some part-time positions due to the fact I am the only one able to work in my household. A lot of people in Gosport have known me for 10 years. They know I'm honest, dependable, trustworthy. I would give this job 110%, as I've done with a lot of previous positions. I have the computer, accounting, and skills to update the clerk-treasurer's office also. And I would want to run for re-election in years to come, so I can proudly represent the Owen County Republican Party. And I do thank you for your time.
Thank you. Sue, Wyatt, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
I'm Wyatt Hillstaff, formerly most you know you here, Ms. Lawson, Ms. Hall. I have been a lifelong resident of Gosport. I'm 63 years old. I have served as clerk treasurer from May of 2006 till December of 2007. And that was quite an experience, which I did learn a lot about bookkeeping, software, and computers. I really don't know that there's much more to tell other than that, so it was quite a rewarding experience. And I had worked with the public prior to that all my life, working in retail sales, so I knew about a little bit what to expect when dealing with people. So that's really about all I have to tell.
Thank you, Wyatt. Let's take a moment for some questions and answers. I will start with Viola. Would you like to question the candidates, Viola?
If you get this job, will you be a full-time employee?
Yes, that's right.
And did you say you have worked for government units before?
I worked as a clerk treasurer from May of 2006 to December of 2007. I filled the vacancy when the prior clerk treasurer resigned.
And Susan, what about you?
I did the accounting for the Chamber of Commerce, and I was a member of the Chamber of Commerce in Cloverdale at one time. And I worked for companies through the years, but I dealt a lot with the government over the years.
Okay. Angie, would you like to ask a question?
part of a caucus is that it is party related. I know Wyatt attends functions for the Republican Party. You said you've not been here that long in the county. What is your politics?
Republican.
And do you vote in primary elections?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you pull an R ballot?
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay, then I call for the vote. Lila Hall, would you cast your ballot first, please? You may cast your ballot. Okay, Sheila, would you love to come and help? I'd love to come and help. Would you be willing to come and help? Okay. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming. I'd like to thank our candidates for coming and sharing and giving of their time. We do have a majority vote. Wyatt Holstapple is the next clerk-treasurer of Gosport. So we thank each of you. Wyatt, if you'd like, the clerk is here, Harley Melton, and he will...
Can I just say something?
Yes, you may.
Before you two take off, I commend you for stepping forward. Wyatt, I know that you didn't want to run the last time. Sue, I would encourage you strongly to get involved in the Republican Party. And in 2 years, when that's up, because I don't know if Wyatt's going to want to run then, but come forward and
Well,
get your name on the ballot so we start to get to know you.
Thank
There have
you.
been
I'll do
times,
that.
there have been times when I regretted not doing that because I've had several people tell me they wish I'd kept the office.
Well, and
So you never know what'll happen when I get to that
I
point.
know that you can step in and take off from tomorrow on to do the job. You have before, you've proven that the last time the clerk resigned, so that's the reason for
I did get a good report from the State Board of Accounts
Yes,
when
you
they
did.
audited this summer. So
You did.
there was a few little things that I didn't cover, but it wasn't anything major, but I did get a good report.
I appreciate both of you.
I do hope they update the computer system.
Yes.
That is
They have to
something that
do.
really needs to be done.
Thank you.
Well, thank you both.